What's up, guys? We had an amazing day today. Wasn't the best, but I ended up catching this insane move that happened overnight, basically. And I'm going to explain why I took it. The main reason why I took it was because I'm subscribed to this YouTuber that's called Meet Kevin, and I saw a video that he posted that basically said that markets are crashing. And I took a look for myself, and they were. I mean, we had a gap that was about 400 ticks, and we kept dropping for hours, and I knew it was going to continue based off of the news. But I didn't call this out to my students because I just felt like I shouldn't. And I know that might not make sense, but it's just like I never take these overnight trades. I've done it once or twice before. And I did it today, well, earlier, because number one of the news and the momentum, which was crazy. But now that I succeeded in the trade, I kind of do feel guilty that I didn't call it out. But I understand why I didn't call it out. So, anyways, here's the proof of it before anyone talks shit. Right here. Boom. In total, it was 15 micros, which I was risking about $500 of my $2,000 account, which, yes, is a bit much. But I was fine with losing that money because I made a bunch of money last week and I trusted the trade. Now that I got that out of the way, though, I had 14 micros that took profit at around 400 ticks. And I left one runner, and the runner caught 1,000 ticks. I woke up at 3:30 in the morning because my dogs woke me up, and I saw that I was up $2,200, so I closed the runner. And yeah, I caught 1,000 ticks, which is literally 1/4 of the huge movement that happened, which is insane. But I'm not doing this thing to brag or anything. I'm just showing you, like, not too long ago, I was working, busting my ass off, working 8 hours a night, not even a day because I worked overnights. I worked from 10 p.m. to 6:30 a.m. I'd go to sleep at 7 a.m., wake up at 9 a.m. to trade. And I did that consistently for a while, and it's paying off. And even though I wasn't working too much, it was a part-time job. I had school. These past 2 months, I had been working 2 days a week only. And every time I worked there, some days I would even get to the job and like just cry because I didn't want to be there. I didn't want to clock in for someone else. I've always said I wanted to be my own boss, and now I actually get to do that. And I have to take trading and uh, everything, like my business, everything more serious because now it's actually on me. The paycheck depends on me. So I have to be way more smarter with my trades, which I am. Don't get me wrong, even though I kind of gambled here. Trust me, everything's fine. Sorry. Like, honestly, it was a little bit of a gamble, but it played out. Yeah. And I'm not doing this again, by the way, unless I see the opportunity. But yeah, like 2,200, I was rarely not even making a month with my other job. And the fact that I did it overnight is just such a blessing. And it's like a moment to just be really thankful for. And like, I know I'm going to look back at this and be like, wow, like, I really did that. Like, I sacrificed a bunch of sleep, and now I feel like it's worth it. It was always worth it. And some of the days that I only had 2 hours of sleep, I would stay up because time is so precious, time is so valuable, and I didn't want to spend time the day. I didn't want to spend the day sleeping. So some days I would stay up for over 24 hours, just to spend time with family or with my girlfriend because I didn't want to spend the day, how do you say it? Sleeping. But yeah. And now that I'm not going to be working at that job anymore, I have to manage my time way better and just focus on me even more than I am, because the check is going to depend on me. The money that I make is going to depend on me. I'm clocking in for myself, which is a big responsibility, and I'm excited for it, because I've always dreamed of it. But anyways, I'm sorry for the ramble. I just honestly can't believe it that I'm going to be a full-time day trader tomorrow. And I'm just going to keep doing what I've been doing for months now. So 2025, here I come. This is just the first. I have a lisp there. What the heck? This is just the first month, and it's been a great one. So, anyways, let me get on to explain the trades because I've been rambling for a while. Okay, so looking at the 15-minute chart, first of all, again, I don't trade at this time normally, but with the circumstances, I did. First of all, it was 9:30 p.m. I saw the video, Meet Kevin, saying that the market was crashing, and we gapped. We did this gap of almost 400 ticks right here, dropped a bunch, which normally, on a Sunday night is super rare. But we're dropping, and you guys know me. I like to go with the flow, and that's exactly what I did here. So if you go onto the 5-minute chart here, I was actually looking at this white line right here. You see it touched up on this area like 4 times. And I saw that and I was like, that's a little bit weird. Most likely it's collecting orders there or something, and it's going to sweep it. So after this, I was actually watching Netflix, and I put my phone down. I went back around this time here, and I saw that we ran through this 5-minute demand zone right here. Even though it's small, it caused a pretty big movement up. It was a nice pullback. So I saw that we broke below 50%, and I was like, this is great here. And I'm pretty sure my lines were a bit different because I remember this red line here closed above, I think it was this right here that I was looking at. And I saw the close and I was like, oh yeah, I'm getting in. Boom, little pullback. And I got back in once I saw this red candle here. I was like, yeah, this is going to tank. My stop loss was not this wide. It was probably like this. And yeah, I put 15 micros, 400 where I closed, 14 micros, and then 1,000 ticks was where I closed 1 micro. So I got 1,000 tick trade, which is insane because I was sleeping the whole time. But anyways, morning came, and okay, so first of all, I came into the market, we just saw a market drop 4,000 ticks overnight, and I was like, okay, most likely, it might continue to drop, but, I always wait for confirmation. I always wait for the first 15-minute candle to close. Okay, so that's what I was waiting for over here. And you guys already know, these white lines are all 15-minute support and resistance. Okay, some of you guys were asking how do I draw it. If you zoom in here, I basically just look for areas that we rejected off of, and I put the line right at the body. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. The market isn't perfect, so don't stress too much about your drawings being perfect. As long as you have an idea of where the zones are, I think you'll be fine. And then these gray zones over here, let me move this out. Let me delete this. This gray zone is the one that I was looking at. This is a 15-minute supply zone. Okay, you can see it caused a big movement down. And then this gray zone up here, I actually didn't have in the meantime while I was actually trading. I'll explain where I messed up. Even though it was a green day, we caught 2 nice trades. I feel like I could have done better with my trades because, as you can see, like the bigger move was down right here. This was the move that I wanted to catch, but everything is all good. We had two trades that did pretty well. But anyways, okay, so we're looking at this 15-minute supply zone. This is what this gray area is right here. Boom, 9:45 candle close. So I was looking in for a trade. This 9:55 candle tapped into the zone and we immediately rejected it. Okay, so right after this 5-minute candle close, right here, this one, this 10 a.m. one, which I think there was 10 a.m. news, it closed very red. So I was like, okay, boom, I love this trade. Put my stop loss, which is super wide. It's 200 tick stop loss, which is very wide, but I was only in 3 micros, so it's not like I was risking a bunch of money. No, I literally 3 micros in my TOPSTEP accounts, and I waited. And then at first, this trade really did take a while because, look, it took 10, 15, almost 20 minutes for it to make the move. We were in this trade for a while, but what made me really stay in the trade was how we created this 5-minute supply zone with the red candle. And I was like, okay, like this makes sense if it, rejects it really nice because there's a supply zone. But if we break through it, then obviously I'm expecting longs. But while I was in this trade, I had like this gut feeling of getting out of the trade because of the 15-minute. Okay. If you look at the 15-minute time frame, hold up. Okay. So left side's 5-minute, right side is 15-minute. Boom, I was in the trade right here. If you look at the 15-minute chart, this red candle closed above the white line, and I was already in a sell. And I had a really bad feeling of like just getting out of the trade because the candle closed above the zone. But I always tell myself that to trust my intuition. If I got into a trade, I'm going to let the trade play out no matter what. And that's exactly what I did. Okay, so I waited for the trades play out. It ended up playing out. We touched up on VWAP, and I wanted to see a continuation going down because that's the trend that we've been going, right? So I expected a way bigger move from this, but once we touched up on VWAP, I had my stop loss, my take profit already like over here. I trailed it super tight, and I caught around, I'm not sure, 100 to 200 ticks. So even though the trade looks like a small trade, it's still 1-to-1, which is what we try to aim for. But yeah, next trade, I got out of that. I waited a couple minutes to cool off, and I saw this 15-minute candle close above not only this 15-minute supply zone, but also above the white line, which is support and resistance. So once I saw this 15-minute candle close above it, I was like, okay, like I'm liking longs, especially because, we retested VWAP and we had a nice rejection off of it. So I was going to aim for a bigger move, like, 400 ticks. But while I was in the trade, it wasn't moving the best. So I closed it at around 100 to 200 ticks. I think it was 100 ticks though, which was a little bit over a 1-to-1 ratio. And then I stepped away from the charts, 2 trades and I'm done. I'm out for the day. I'm already green on the day. So I was just like, I don't really want to keep trading this. I walked away and that was it. But then I looked back at the charts and I was like, sorry, that gray zone wasn't there. I looked back at the charts and I was like, why did it reject it like this? Because I'm not seeing a reason. I didn't see a reason why it would reject there. And then I zoomed into the 5-minute and I went back and then I noticed that I missed this 5-minute supply zone right here. And then if you go forward, you can see 15-minute candles rejected it pretty nice. So this would have been a really beautiful trade right here. But I don't get FOMO at all. I got my piece of the pie and I'm done for the day. But yeah, that was really it. It was a smooth day. I'm sorry for rambling in the beginning. I just know a bunch of you guys want to become full-time day traders because that's a wonderful life to live. Being your own boss, working 2 hours a day, and then doing what you want for the rest of the day, that's a dream come true. So I know a lot of you guys want to do that. And I'm telling you right now, if I can do it, you can do it too. It's just a matter of time and a matter of consistency, showing up every single day, no matter what. That's just what you got to do in trading. You got to keep pushing. Anyways, if you want to trade live with me every single day, Monday through Friday, except on holidays, of course, link below. Once you join, you can also schedule calls with me whenever you want. There's also a free course in there that's mostly focused on psychology. But yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. And thank you for watching.